Right. When I come across a product or a company or something or a service even, that I like and I think is any good, I like to tell you lot, because I like to spread the word so that more of you can get something good, and also so them companies providing that can thrive and make more good stuff. I was recently, well, to be honest, I've got quite a lot of SGS engineering stuff, and I was recently looking around on the website trying to find something interesting to buy my dad for Christmas. Didn't find anything that tickled me fancy for that, but I did come across this. They call it a mini tyre inflator. That's what they call it. It comes in this box. So let's have a look at it, do some tests, see how it actually performs. By the way, I've actually already done the tests, but we'll talk about the tests. I'll show you the test that I did and see if it's any good. Because if it is, I recommend you go and get one. But let's have a look first. Right, let's have a look. Now, I do think it's important to always have a look at the packing of something that you buy, because the companies do spend time and money designing and making packaging. SGS haven't really done a lot for this box. It's a very simple box, which is good in a way because it means that they can reduce the price of the product. So, just a basic box. Not a lot of information, just the website and the name. Made in China, as you would expect. And the item number and all that other rubbish you got on there. That's pretty much it. So, let's take it out. Now, I've obviously put it back in the box so that you should get to see how it comes. That's what you get when you open the box. That's what it comes like. Got a little instruction manual there. Not a lot of information on the instruction manual. To be fair, you don't need a lot of info to work it though. It's fairly simple. It's a tyre pump. It pumps up tyres. It's also a power bank, so you can charge stuff with it, and I've got information on that. I've done a test on that. And it's got a torch on it as well. So, there's all the information, bits and bobs. We'll have a look at all the stuff in a minute. Now, the only test I haven't yet done is pumping a tyre up. So, we're going to do that together and see how that is. Now, there it is. It comes in this little bag. Now, you know, it's not massive. That's a little charging thing there for when you want to plug it into a cigarette lighter. We'll go through all of that kind of stuff. That's where you plug your little hose for pumping up your tyres. That's a torch. There's a USB socket for charging things, and that's your charging port there, USB-C, for charging up the pump itself. It's never going to focus. Why doesn't it want to focus, I wonder? I don't know. Not very good. Not very happy today, this camera. Anyway. Right, there we go. Get a bit of a better view now. There's the charging port, USB and a torch. A little bit of information on the back there. Mini inflator. You've got an item number. It's DC 12.6 volts. The airflow is 14 litres a minute. And the maximum pressure that it can go to, apparently, is 150 psi. I'm not going to be able to test 150 psi, but we'll test it up to about 35-ish. Yeah, got a little screen protector on it. It's quite nice. It's not a bad size. Doesn't weigh a lot. I can't find any information within the instruction manual about the size of the battery inside it. So I don't know. I can't tell you how big how many milliamps the battery is, unfortunately, because there's no information on it. If any of you lot can find information on that, put it in the comments, and we can all learn from that. So here's your little pipe, tube, line, airline, whatever you want to call it, for pumping up car tyres. I'm glad to see that it's got one of these little connectors on it, because a lot of these ones like this, they have little screw ones and they're rubbish, no good. This is a good one. I'm glad they put this on there because it's made the overall product 10 times better. But I haven't actually used it yet, so we'll find out. We've got a little cigarette plug for putting in your cigarette lighter, and that's the end of it there. Quite a long cable. That's quite nice to see. Obviously that's for if you've run out of battery in it and you're out and about and you've got a flat tyre, you can still plug it into your cigarette lighter like you would an ordinary car emergency pump, whatever you want to call them, and pump up your tyres still. It doesn't rely solely on the battery, which is very handy. This is a little USB cable that you get with it for charging it up. It's actually very good because you can reverse it. So you'd obviously plug that end into the mains plug, and this USB-C would then go into there for charging the battery within here. If you've got like an Android phone or some other tablet or something which has got USB, or the newer iPhones as well, which has got USB-C for charging that, you can just use this same cable. Plug this end into the USB in there, and then plug that end into your phone, tablet, etc. So really, it's a good cable to have. It's a good design. That is, they didn't have some random connector. They used proper ones. And you've got different adapters for charging, for pumping up footballs. Looks like you've got a fuse there, glass fuse as well, that will go in there in case you blow that fuse. Football inflating thing, different types there, just for pumping up different things. Happy days. Now, information. I've got my little notebook here. I've done a couple of tests, and I charged up with this. I charged up a small tablet, small little tablet, little Samsung A7 Lite thing. It was completely dead, and with a full charge on this, it got it to 52%, and then this ran out of battery. So you can charge a small tablet to 52%. A bigger tablet obviously will go less. I charged an iPhone 12 Pro all the way from 0 to 100%, and this ran out. It had it doesn't actually show you percentages on here. Turn it on. It just shows you a little battery symbol there, so you don't actually get percentages or nothing. But after charging an iPhone 12 Pro from 0 to 100%, that was right down on the low. So it was about to run out. And then I charged it up again, and here we are now. So you can. It's good for an emergency. You could get a charger and a phone out of it. So on the screen we've got you've got torch there, look, and it also does SOS. If you press on, what one is it? Oh, that's for turning the pressure up and down. I think it's that one. Look, that's for charging up balls. It's got a little ball symbol. That's bicycles. You can pump up. Did I say charging? I mean pumping up balls. Pumping up bicycle tyres. Pumping up motorbike tyres. Pumping up car tyres. And it just goes to nothing, whatever you want to do. It's in PSI. You probably change that by pressing some button somewhere. And yeah, so let's go and pump up a bike tyre first, and then we'll go and do a car tyre. Now, I'm quite known for running my bike tyres about 50 PSI, but this is my daughter's bike, so and we'll run it a bit less than that, about 35, 30-ish. So let's put it on, let's test the bike function. Right, there are bike tyres, that says there, and it's currently flashing at 30 PSI is what it's going to take it up to, and at the moment it says we got 0, so let's see. There we go. It stopped dead on 30 PSI. Certainly feels like 30 PSI. Very good. Didn't hardly use up any of the battery. Let's go and test a car tyre now. Alright, so we've got it on the car setting, and this tyre's pretty much flat. It's reading 0 PSI. Let's see how long it takes. Oops, gone off. Got it set to 36 PSI, by the way. 36 PSI. Okay. So we can see that it took about 9 minutes. I was about 5 seconds late pressing the stop on the stopwatch, but about 9 minutes to go from what was more or less 0 flat, no PSI, it was reading 0 anyway, up to 36 PSI. Now for something this size, that's, in my opinion, quite reasonable. It's designed to be an emergency pump. If you're out and about in a car park, whatever, you've got a bit of a low tyre or a flat tyre, and you just need to pump it up to get home or to get to somewhere that's better than where you are. That's what it's meant for. And I think it did the job quite well. It did run out of battery more or less. It was fully charged apart from the bike tyre that we pumped up briefly beforehand. And it went from being full to where it is there now. So it's got some charge left. Probably could get another little bit, maybe one more bike tyre, maybe a little bit of charge on a phone left out of it. But there we go. So I still didn't manage to find out what size battery's in it, but we can determine from that it's quite a small battery. So I reckon, well actually let's have a look at the price. The price, I'll tell you what the prices are. Give me a minute, I'll tell you the price. Right, so it took me a while because where I live don't have any internet at all really, get a signal now and again. But it's currently on a Black Friday deal for $29.99. Normal price $49.99. I reckon for 30 quid, if you get it on the Black Friday, a lot of Black Friday deals aren't to be trusted at all. But I reckon that's worth 30 quid. To be honest, I really do think that's worth 30 quid. And it does come with, I must have left it indoors, but it comes with a little black bag to put it in as well. 50 quid, $49.99. I wouldn't say it's worth that. I really wouldn't. I mean, I just wouldn't say it's worth 50 quid. Definitely worth 30 quid because you can keep that in a bag, in your car, take it around. You've got charging for a phone or a tablet. You've got pump your tyre up. And if you do run out of battery, you can also charge it. I think it's very handy for that kind of thing. And you've got a torch on it as well. So go and, I'll get this video up as quick as I can. Go and have a, if you want one, go and get it on the Black Friday deal. Get it ASAP before the price goes back up. But we all know Black Friday's a bit of a hit and miss anyway. So whether the price will go back up to £49 in the end, who knows? You know, you can't trust these big companies these days. But definitely go and get yourself one if that tickles your fancy, because in my opinion it's definitely well worth it. And as far as that company goes, SGS, I'd say they're pretty good. I mean, I've got toolboxes. The first thing I ever bought from SGS was a toolbox, which is over there, you can't see. This here, you might be just about to see it roughly. There's the little logo there. I've got the 100 litre compressor. I've got a jack. I've got axle stands. I've got all the air tools for the compressor, the air lines, the air tools. I've got the thing that you lay on when you go into your car, whatever the bloody hell that's called, I forget now. Got a seat. I've got loads of SGS stuff, and you know, it seems to be pretty good, and it seems like they're going in a good way. They're going up. It's a shame they stopped selling Ryobi stuff now, though. It was a good place to get Ryobi tools from, but they stopped selling Ryobi, unfortunately. But as far as this goes, which is the point of this video, very good. Go and get one if you like that sort of thing. Thanks for watching. It's not very often I do reviews. I'm not really a review channel. But now and again, as I say, if I come across something what I think is worth pushing out to you lot and saying, look, this is pretty good, go and have a look. Or on the other hand, if something's not very good, I will tell you that as well. Because who wants to go and buy something that's no good? If I can tell you it's no good, then happy days. Stick around if you like this sort of thing. I'll see you later on. Treat people nicely. Treat people how you want to be treated, and we should all have a nice, happy life. Cheerio, you lot. All the best.